Anyways. Anyways. Anyways.
Who can tell me what happened last time in the A plot?
It's goddamn dinner time, you know?
A dinner
It's
party.
fucking
It's
dinner time.
I think that's all that happened.
Yeah. Well, we started dinner. We forgot to the first course. Like, we did our. Like, we went back to the room after giving our pitch for our device. Butler came back. He was like, "It's dinner time. Get dressed."
We got poisoned.
And not poison. It wasn't poison.
We got roofied.
Technically,
that is
yeah.
true. You did
That
get
is it's
roofied.
definitely a lot closer to that. But not really though, because I decided to not drink a lot.
No, well,
Drink a
we
bit.
all
I
technically
can see
drank it. The man in the
Yeah,
yellow
but
hat
it-
drank a shit ton
Oh,
more, though.
conceit. Yeah, no, that guy's gonna like. Never mind.
That guy's gonna die, dude.
Anyways, yeah. So there's a little bit of be nice to me juice in the drink and the wine. There's a little bit of that in there, and now we're gonna. He was like, "We can discuss business later, but first we must eat," is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now we're gonna eat.
And if you remember,
Oh.
Cassio, you wanted to sit right next to the yellow man.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do have the seating chart.
Oh, I don't remember.
Uh,
I don't remember why I wanted to sit next to him. I had a
Valorant,
plan.
You
and I
sat.
don't
You
remember.
sat a little bit far removed.
I assumed that you would just sit across from me.
Yeah, it was me and Cassio at the end, the yellow
Mhm.
man next to Cassio, space between the yellow man and the bald man, 2 spaces between the bald man and Leon at the top, and then 2 spaces up from me was the woman, then next to her the Kenku, and then a space, and then it's Leon again. He's in
Mhm.
2 places at once.
I mean, he's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of just at the head of the table.
I remember the fact that I had a plan or something funny, or not necessarily something funny, but a plan that related to sitting next to the man in the yellow, but I don't remember what it was because it's been too long.
It's been like 2,
It has been
2,
2
3
weeks,
weeks.
hasn't it?
Yeah.
But now it's time to go. Now,
Now it's
either
time
way,
to
either way,
game.
either way, either way.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, just so you know, Pi,
Yes.
my detect poison and disease lasts for 10 minutes, so for like the first couple of courses, I'm still aware.
Okay. All right.
Just for your information. I've done like
Noted.
just in case.
Also, for your information,
Anyway, yeah.
Pi, I have poison on me.
This is also true.
Would I wait, hold on. Does this tell me that? Yeah, I know you
Sense
have
the
poison.
presence
I
and
know,
location of poisons.
I do know that you have poison on you.
Even if he didn't see you buy the poison,
Is the yellow man diseased?
the yellow man is, well, I mean, it's just passive, right?
Intoxicated isn't diseased, but
He seems to be just fine. He seems to be
mhm.
not diseased or poisoned at all.
Okay.
All right, Platt. Would you say that perhaps
He is ravenously eating and drinking the appetizer course, which is made of little hors d'oeuvres of like cream cheese filled puff pastries with some chives and garlic in them.
that sounds delicious?
Is it delicious?
ChatGPT, make me a 5-course dinner.
that sounds like a great idea, except I don't. I had some ideas. Just as Leon Abera says, "First, we feast." The waiters bring out this succulent-looking, huge lobster with biscuits and breadsticks and red wine. They set the large just platter of the thing in the middle of the table
Mm-hmm.
and eat and start cutting for each person, giving a healthy portion to each, except a larger portion to Leon and to the yellow man.
It's lovely. Of course, naturally, as you do.
The yellow man says nothing but starts eating immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Leon looks at you two and says, "No need to be shy, boys. Eat to your heart's content.
Oh,
But while you do so, it would please me to know a little bit more about yourselves. So please." As he lifts his fork to his mouth and takes a bite that juices just a little too much out.
I mean, of course, I would allow myself to be served up and definitely start eating because I don't get anything from this delicious feast so far. Correct? This
Correct.
first
Yeah.
course?
Except for
That's what I figured.
except for just
The
the
drinks.
little bit of the drink at the beginning.
All right. Yeah.
The red
I
wine
would-
does not seem to be poisoned at all or laced with anything.
Mhm. I would definitely start to eat not like as ravenously as the man in yellow, but I would politely, likely, but I would just be like, "Of course, what do you want to know, Mr. Albera?"
Well, where are you from? Where did you find this excellent technology, must I say? It's almost impeccable. How aligned with our goals it is. He says with a
Well,
curved smile.
I'm happy to hear that you're so interested in what we have to offer here. Well, I mean, personally, I've grown up in Yuze for all my life. I'll let my partner give you a little bit more of his backstory, but as far where we found this technology, I mean, I have connections with our G-Shock company, and they've just this is one of their greatest projects, and we're hoping to get it off the ground very soon.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Now, sir, you said your name was fuck, what was your name? What was your name, Cassio?
Hold up,
Uh,
I got
Coulter.
notes. I
Bremen?
got you.
No, not Bremen. It was fucking. Let me go to my Casio channel.
Oh god, it's
Jaeger Coulter.
Jaeger Coulter.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Coulter, you did say that you grew up in Yuze years, but forgive me for judging on appearances, but you strike me as a reaper myself.
I mean, well, you gotta make the money somehow. So I've had my fair share of trips down south, if you know what I mean.
Well, of course. And
But,
you,
I mean, I'm sorry.
young fellow, you seem rather familiar. Can't quite put my finger on it, but you strike me as... You have an air about you that I very much respect.
It's a pleasure to receive such a compliment from the esteemed head of the Albera estate.
Oh, please.
But I
Tell me a
am
little bit about yourself.
well, I, like Mr. Jaeger, grew up here in Yuze. My family is a small up and starter out of give me a district, pie, give me a district, give me a district.
Row.
Not row. Not the one we are in.
History check. History check.
Give me his
There's alpha, beta, kappa, gamma, omega, rho.
One that he wouldn't
Delta,
do too much business out of.
kappa.
Kappa.
Seeing as kappa is seen as the closest to lawlessness there is.
Shit. Give me the second lowest.
Delta.
Delta. Okay. I'm making you work. I was not prepared for this pie. My family is a up and starter out of the Delta district.
Delta. Hmm. I don't tend to spend much time myself there, but what did you say your last name was? I might be able to make some connections.
As this is happening, I want to like look at Elrin and kind of like maybe get a, if I could roll, I guess, insight probably to get a sense of how he's feeling about the situation right now.
Go for it.
All right. Insight or perception? I'm doing insight.
Do perception against his charisma.
All right. Hold on, let me find it.
Against my charisma stat?
Yes.
Holy
12.
shit. I have a
Did I meet
13.
it?
I have a 13 in charisma.
He looks cool as a
Yeah.
cucumber.
Okay. Then I'll save my ace in the hole until later. If he's holding up just fine. That's a good sign. If I think he's holding up just fine, that's a good thing.
I was not prepared for this.
Elrin, will you make a perception check real quick?
I will make a
as
perception
Leon
check.
is speaking to you. You don't perceive shit.
Okay, cool. Fuck, would I
I
leave?
want you to know that I have had this perception roll for you at least 4 times, and you failed it 4 times.
I failed the perception check 4 times?
Yes. Yes, you
Have
did.
you tried going off his passive? What's his passive?
My passive is 11.
His
Okay.
passive
Does
is
that
11.
pass it? Does that pass it or no?
No, it doesn't.
And this is probably something that I just wouldn't notice. Mine's also 11, so it's probably
Yes.
something
Yeah,
I
no.
wouldn't notice
This
whatsoever.
This is like history and perception.
Okay.
And
His
this
ass is
supposed to be a very easy roll.
Boring
But-
into me. Like, he's like, I know.
Yeah,
something's
DC is
up.
12. DC is 12.
My fucking perception ain't high. I only got a +1 in perception.
But I've given it to you 4 times.
Have I failed that shit 4 times?
Anyway,
Okay.
It just if I say I have to get up, if I get up, that's why.
Where was I in my story? The Delta District, right?
the Delta District. Yeah, you said your what would you say your last name is?
My last name, Leywin, sir. Arthur Leywin.
Interesting. I can't say I've met many Leywins, but I'll keep my ear to the ground. You must
Well-
have a talented family.
The good thing is, sir, that you've met them now, because like we at the G-Shock Corporation kind of did our own bit of scouting, and well, I guess me personally, I met Arthur there and down in the Delta District, and we decided to bring him on board. We thought we could use his skills.
I always love to find new partners. This Haze venture was actually co-created by my friend Amar, who is sitting right next to you.
Oh,
The man in the yellow looks up, although you can't really see his eyes under the shade of his pretty big hat, but like not as big as the witch's hat.
mm-hmm.
It's definitely bigger than a normal hat, though, and it shades his eyes very well as he flashes you a wicked and very clean smile for as much as he's been eating.
I mean, I'd just be like, well, it's terrific to meet you, Mr. Amar, and I would shake his hand.
Mr. Ellis. Amar Ellis, at your service.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
I wouldn't recognize that name, would I?
No, you do not. As the lobster starts to get eaten a little more, Leon would continue to introduce his cohorts at the table, starting with the Kenku man to his left. As he's introduced as Nigel. Next to him, the elvish woman is Amanda. Across, the bald man the man with the bald spot's name is Kevin. And of course, you've already met Amar.
All right, hold on. I'm writing these all down. What's the bald man's name again?
Kevin.
Would you allow me an insight check to try to claim if he's telling the truth from this?
I
Yeah.
also have a check I would like to make. I would like to roll history to know if any of these are like public figures or people that I would have heard of.
Okay.
You and we roll 2 checks at the same time. Woo!
I'll let you go first.
God, I don't know shit.
Insight. God, you do not even know your dad anymore.
I know. Fuck all. Yeah. Okay.
And you, for having been in an industry that deals with the elite, you know, fuck all.
I think in my head, it's like these guys are underground.
You did say that bald man looked familiar last session, right? I just couldn't quite
Yes.
place my tongue.
And you
Yep.
still can't.
I
to
still
to
can't.
both of you. He looked familiar to both of you.
But I'm
Really?
really.
Yes.
Damn. Maybe we should get advantage.
Okay, that changes who I think that is completely. Maybe. The name Kevin does not ring any bells, though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No. Okay. Cool.
As the introductions get finished up, the third course comes out of the kitchen. It's a little bit lighter than the hearty lobster that you've just consumed. But
Salad?
it's still a gaudy salad. It is a salad. Fuck you.
Bro, I've designed menus, man. I know I could like I swear to God, if you're doing extra like a lot of courses, then we're having soup next, man. Anyways, continue.
I'm changing my notes. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This shit just like the hat of holding incident. Oh my god.
This is my domain.
Domain expansion. Shit.
JJK hentai be like penis expansion.
Still one of
All right, so wait,
best
hold on.
traits.
Okay. We had a lobster appetizer into a. Well, I'm gonna like as you explain everything in detail.
He's gonna
Like,
quiz you.
I'm gonna guess the main. I'm gonna try and guess the main course
I
by
should.
the end of it.
I should not be drinking soda. I am very like jittery, and it's not helping that my nerves.
It's 9:38 p.m.,
I'm
brother.
gonna be up. I don't
Bro,
have work tomorrow, dude. I'm gonna be up
I
till like
have-
5.
Dude, I have Taco Bell on the way, and it is a Baja Blast. What the fuck do you mean?
My nerves are shot, and I am jittery. So this
Yeah,
is fun.
I'm gonna be a. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so the savory cream puffs into lobster into salad. Please describe the salad pie. I'm very interested.
The salad is made of romaine lettuce
Oh, okay.
with shreds of carrots and blue
Mhm.
cheese.
Perhaps some red kale in there. Radicchio for some bitterness. A citrus dressing, maybe. A citrus vinaigrette, if you will.
It does have a vinaigrette
Uh-huh.
that is slightly sweet, and it looks to have what seems to be some rainbow chard.
There you go. There you go. Dandelion leaves.
And the real question is: it delicious?
It is really good.
I mean, I guess
As bowls-
as I'm eating this.
Wooden bowls are placed before you,
Uh-huh.
with a wooden bowl that is like noticeably larger for Amar. As he digs in with the finely crafted silverware.
I would take my bite and just offer to Mr. Albera and so just be like, this, I'm a bit of a cook myself at times, although not as extravagant as this. So did you source this? Like, who's your chef? Is it private?
Oh, all of my staff is private. But I pride myself on always gathering the best. Nothing short of the cream of the crop for my staff,
Well, says
even if I have to implore wisdom on them myself at times.
Oh, so you do some teaching.
I do, yes. I have my own student,
Oh, that's wonderful.
magic specifically.
Wow. I'm not too attuned to all that myself. I'm more of a use the tools that I can make kind of hunter. But I mean, what I just like if you have the access to such magic, why not use it? I understand completely.
I knew you would understand. A man after my own heart, you seem to be.
Thank you very much. I would tip the red wine that you said wasn't laced towards him and take a sip.
Mm-hmm. After the red wine begins to run out, they bring a lighter wine. It seems to be a little more yellow than white,
Mm-hmm.
but
Definitely.
it is still fragrant and a little bit floral.
Hmm.
After the after the salad,
Is it
Yeah?
a cold soup or a warm soup?
it's a warm soup.
Okay.
Is
okay.
it okay?
They
Okay.
bring out first they bring out loaves of bread.
Mm-hmm.
What type of bread?
It,
Sourdough,
it's not sourdough,
fresh baked.
and it's not ciabatta, but
Uh-huh.
it's like kind of the texture of a little, it's like kind of reminds you of ciabatta.
Uh-huh.
As they bring the bread to the table, they begin to hollow it out.
Oh. Casio pogs
Bread.
at the bread bowl.
Bread balls.
As they pass out the bread bowls, they bring a creamy cheddar and broccoli soup.
Haha. A bit heavy for a soup course right now, but I digress.
It seems well, it's as advertised. It's
Mhm.
pretty good. It's got some shredded carrots in it. It's got some garlic. It's kind of salty,
Mm-hmm.
but it is pretty enjoyable with the bread bowl. Especially since they gave you the top, so you can just kind of like
Oh, dip it.
dip it in.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna let this be your course to talk.
My course to talk. Okay.
Yeah, I caught the
Um,
last course. You can have this one.
As
I have my next course planned, but
as Mr. Lewin takes a bit of his soup, he's going to swallow and he's going to look at Leon. He's going to look at Amar. He said, "So, I know you don't like discussing business at the table, but I was just curious. I haven't heard anything about this Hayes organization. Just a basic rundown to know what we're getting into."
Well, I was going to save this for a little more of a comprehensive explanation later, but I suppose a quick rundown wouldn't hurt, would it, Mr. Ellis? Amar still dipping his bread in his soup as he holds it above his jaw. Soup kind of dripping into his mouth and dribbling off of his chin. He says, "Why, surely it couldn't hurt," as he drops the big chunk into his mouth. Well, you see, gentlemen, our world is rapidly running out of resources. As a seasoned reaper yourself, you would know that there is a whole nother land that is ripe with opportunity.
Of course.
A veritable Wild West, as it were. Certainly, you've seen the lawlessness and discontent of its citizens. It's preposterous that it has not been aptly tamed.
I mean, yeah, like, we could definitely be getting some more use out of it. I agree.
What Hayes seeks to do is lay the foundation, the groundwork, as it were, to put our mark of humanity upon the land of demons. Scourge them for good.
Urge
As
them.
heaven designed.
Well, I can't say I don't see where you're going with this, but I mean, that does put some of us Reapers out of a job. Do you have a plan to kind of fill in that gap? I don't mean any disrespect by that. I'm just curious on my field of work, if you don't mind me asking.
Why, of course, it's a scary world change. However, there are certain positions that tend to be swept aside or changed. Adaptation comes at the precipice of despair. Reapers simply must adapt. That does not mean that their skills won't be of use, of course. Historians come to mind and, well, there's never any shortage of conflict, especially when it comes to the underworld.
Well, it's assuring to know that you have a plan for that. That's all I was curious about.
There are contingencies, yeah.
And I mean, you're right. That's something that Reapers have always been good at, is adapting.
Okay, it's
One of the other members of the dinner party speaks up for the first time, this being Nigel. And he says, "No. Leon, we have discussed this. You see, gentlemen, I do not see the Reaper profession as outdated as my colleague does. I do see the merit in modernizing the landscape, but its history and its culture need to be preserved. I am the main contingency for everything that Narek was, and hopefully continues to be. If you have questions regarding the conservation of modern Narek, feel free to ask me anytime." As he sends you as he like kind of flicks a business card down the table.
I will catch it between my fingers.
Make a dexterity check.
I knew it.
It's gonna go straight
Plus
into the
two,
element
plus two,
soup.
plus two.
Yo!
Dirty 20. You snatch it between your ring and pinky finger, flip it up, and catch it again with your ring or with your middle and pointer finger as you read the front.
I'll wink at him as I do it.
He can't see it through your sunglasses. I'm sorry.
I tilt them down and wink at him.
Yo,
So we
wait,
can see
hold
your
up.
eyes?
Hold up,
Wait,
hold
so
up,
we
hold
can
up,
see
hold up,
your
hold up, hold up.
eyes? You're showing this
I'm being
Kenku
slick.
man
I'm
your
being slick.
eyes?
his interests align, and he's slightly divine.
This is true. I'm
Can I-
glad you remembered that fact.
Can I-
Yes.
Can I look at his eyes?
No, I tilt the glass that's on the other side of my face from you.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Can I make a check to see if I can see his eyes?
Also, hiding his eyes is a distinct Cassio characteristic, and I am not Cassio. My name is Jaeger Coulter.
That is true.
Yeah. If you would like me, no, never mind. I'm not.
His ass got some.
I was gonna
Medusa
say I was
effect.
gonna say doing something else, but that it doesn't make sense. So never mind. But yeah,
Nigel
no,
seems to appreciate the gesture and goes back to his soup.
I would definitely hold on tight to the card.
I will actually. I wanna speak up, and ask both Nigel and Mr. Altbera. I do have one concern about the plan to quote, what was it, leave the mark of humanity on Narek.
Fire away, dear boy.
One of the most drawing and alluring aspects of Narek is its wide open spaces and its greenery. I fear that bringing rapid industrialization to Narek may ruin that. Do you have any plans to sort of preserve Narek's natural beauties?
Well, why, of course. Its natural designs are, of course, part of its allure, as you said. We wouldn't want to ruin any of our materials or resources.
And I mean, of course, and since would be expanding into this new area, and you're saying that up here in Yuze we're running out of our resources, we would want to ensure that these new plentiful bounties down in Eric are replenishable, of course, right?
Why, of course.
Yeah.
Me when I insight check.
Reassuring.
Would you like to? Would you like to?
I would like-
insight check
I
to
would-
see if he is lying.
I would like to insight check to see if he's lying.
I would say that I would too. If you if you want us both to roll, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just take that one if you want. I'm gonna play it the same way no matter what, but
Oh,
I believe him.
Cassio, you believe him?
I believe him.
Me-
He's saying
I'm
every.
like I said,
word.
I'm playing it the same way either way.
He is spitting. And there is no way a man of his caliber could ever lie. Please ignore your past years of experience.
No, that's a little. You're asking a little too much there.
You
But I
rolled a
believe him.
1.
I believe he wants renewable resources, and that's pertaining to the question I asked. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Holy shit, there's a little guy right here. I didn't see him.
There's a what?
There's a
There's
little,
a little
guy.
guy right there.
There's a little guy right there.
There's a little guy where?
On this screen.
There's a little guy right there. You don't see him.
Pi, please don't tell me you're on the other map and didn't track us.
Oh.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Are y'all...
I'm,
oh.
I'm on the
Y'all
light
are
gray
here,
map.
aren't
Yeah.
you? Whoops. Whoopsie.
I mean, it's not
Why
like
didn't anyone tell me?
it's not like there was any like anything we needed a visual for going on. So
Let's just bring you back all over here, shall we?
yo, oh my god, it's all of us. Ah,
Yeah.
Haha.
You were here the whole time, actually.
yeah, totally. My recording doesn't say otherwise.
I'm
Hey,
gonna need you to
there's a
do
little
that.
guy right there.
Yo,
There's a little guy right there.
Yo, there is a little guy right there. I see him now.
He's kind of yo. Wait, hold up. He's got a box head. Yo, he's kind of doing a little dance.
Yeah, he's kind of doing a
Hold up.
Fortnite dance.
They
Anyway,
left my food outside. Oh fuck! I gotta get my food. It's outside.
Me when the DM whispers, tell me what I see. Tell me what I feel. My gut feeling.
he has never been interested in renewable energy before.
Yeah, I figured.
And his tone indicates on a personal note, his tone reminds you of his business talk when he would talk about you specifically, about your actions as his son, what he would teach you, your education process that usually just meant beatings and burnings.
Oh, so he's lying out his ass. Okay.
Bro, they didn't even hit my buzzer. They didn't even hit my buzzer.
I didn't do that either as a DoorDasher, honestly.
Hit my buzzer.
Well, do you have hit your buzzer in
No.
your like description of what they're supposed to do when
This
they
is
drop
the
it
first
off?
time they haven't hit the buzzer.
I would never want my DoorDasher to hit my doorbell
Why not?
because I'm looking at my phone. And
I
I
would,
want
what if
them
I
to take
wasn't
a-
looking? What if I was too? What if I was too immersed?
I wouldn't be.
Okay, I get you.
Anyways,
What, you want my
anyways,
entire
this
household
guy,
to?
this guy would never like cause an oil spill or anything related to the store. I'm sure this entire compound even runs on clean energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Shall we continue?
We shall. As he says this, the
Says
waiter
what?
brings out a large dish.
Yo, is it steak? Is it steak? Are you going traditional? Is it steak?
It was originally steak, but
Okay, you pivoted. You pivoted to pork chop. Pork chops would fit with the salad, especially if they had like a orange glaze on them or something like that.
it is.
Probably wouldn't fit with the lobster though. We'll go with the lobster. Anyways, I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
It is a when he lifts up the comical and very what's the word I'm looking for? Stereotypical
Yeah.
silver dish
Play
as
this
the steam clears.
Whole
It
ass
appears to
pig.
be
Oh, a whole pig. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
a pan-seared surf and turf.
Oh. You're spoiling us, Mr. Albera.
With peppers and shrimp and gnocchi, parmesan.
ChatGPT, my bitch ass player guessed my entire 5-course meal. Please make me a new one.
I did not. I did not. ChatGPT any of this. I want you to know.
Hey, I ChatGPT'd my final. I used it for ideas. I used it to help me generate ideas for my final menu.
To
Would
be
you-
fair,
It was just a starting point for my entire menu, but it was very useful. It was very helpful.
I did Google search 5-star restaurant
Hmm.
menu items.
Hell yeah.
Practically going through your history to try and find the one that you were on earlier, to see you could replace the steak. All right,
Cassio, make a history check.
Poggers.
My
I
bitch
love
ass
my
player
plus
guessed my
zero
entire
plus zero
menu.
in history.
God, we are rolling like dog shit tonight.
I don't roll good checks. My
You
skill
did
checks.
You do not know the name of this dish, but it is a seafood and chicken paella.
Hey, that one was meaningless. That means my next one's gonna be really good.
Uh-huh. Anyway, as he as the waiter starts to leave, Leon is going to pull the waiter aside a little bit and tell him, this food is excellent, but would you grab the special wine and the second dessert, if you will. Elrin, this strikes your ear as thieves can't.
Oh, uh-oh.
What he actually said was, bring the subject to the library tonight. We'll deploy the Sentinel shortly.
Hold up, I'm writing that down. Bring subject. We'll deploy the Sentinel tonight?
The Sentinel.
The Sentinel shortly, is what he said.
Yo, Thieves' Can is kind of useful.
Especially when your rich ass dad speaks it.
You know,
openly.
fucked up that I should have gone to fucking Narek so I could talk to the people that speak Abyssal. Why did Keen at me in memes? Holy shit.
Wait, why did Keen
Why
at you?
did Keen at you in memes?
I need to know.
I need my
this.
other MP4. I need my other MP4 right now.
Where is memes? There's memes.
Do you know why he added me? Because I do.
The best video game experience.
Where is it? Not that one. A long time ago.
I don't know why he added you.
Because, oh, you'll find out. You mean just...
God, Thieves' Cant is useful. Imagine fitting that all in
forgot that-
two
yeah, my
words.
open back headphones.
I remember you posting like a Super
Yeah,
Paper
yeah,
Mario
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those once.
Oh,
I have
like
to find
yeah. Okay, now I
Guy
do
who
remember
finished
this.
Super Paper Mario for the first time, realizing he had the best video game experience of his life.
I have to
Who-
find... Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna search from
Truinged.
Mo Smith.
Scoop.
You said there was a I'm kind
Has-
of looking at it right now. You said that there
Mhm.
was
Video.
something I didn't recognize, like right here in the library, on like a table, like with cloth or something like that.
Yeah, you didn't recognize the setup of the library. It looked like it had changed to a conference presentation room.
Okay.
The big long table was like the Shark Tank table.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
There are several aspects of the library that you don't recognize.
That have changed. Okay. And just double checking again, there are windows on looking into the library, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I'm doing tonight.
There we go. My honors saved. Every time I see Super Paper Mario come up in chat, I have to dig out that video. So, shall we continue? That was a delightful intermission.
Yeah. Super Paper Mario intermission. Yeah. So where were we?
Just Thieves Cant hit the waiter.
The Sentinel.
Yeah.
The waiter nods and says, "Why, of course, Mr. Albera. It's coming right up." And instead of going into the kitchen, as you would expect him to say, as you would expect him to do right after he said such a thing, he goes up the stairs.
Oh, must be a bottle from your private collection.
Why, you've got a sharp eye. I feel tonight has rather strong implications.
I just got to say, I'm very honored to be treated to such fineries.
Why, it's my treat, dear boy. Together we shall carve the future.
I'm looking forward to it.
After the festivities of the delicious chicken and shrimp, all fried and pan-seared, perfectly
Wait a
seasoned.
second. Wait a second. You told me your shrimp fried this rice?
Yeah, you use the shrimp spatch.
What the fuck? Mr. Alberta, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
He looks at you disgusted.
Kill him. Anyways.
After the waiter leaves and you enjoy your very gaudy meal,
Mhm.
the waiter comes out one last time with a large tiramisu cake. Elegantly crafted, individually sliced, and decorated with chocolate rings and all manner of berries and fineries. Gold leaf, very extravagant, and placed at each individual person's place. As
I
per
have-
usual, Lamar has a slightly larger piece. It's not by much, but it is noticeable every time.
Mhm.
How large is Amar? Like,
He's
Oh.
a skinny beanpole.
he's a skinny bee. I was imagining like Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist.
Nah, he's a beanpole.
He's a beanpole.
Does he immediately start like wolfing it down?
Yes, he does.
I would turn to him next to me, not pat him on the back, but kind of like gesture at him, be like, Omar, you've got to share some of your fitness regimen with me if you're putting down all that food and how you stay in such great shape.
Okay.
I'm a reaper. I'm a big fitness guy. I'm a reaper. I'm
You're
interested
into
in such a thing.
fitness?
He flashes a very uncomfortable smile at you. Well, it makes you uncomfortable. It's very genuine from him.
Mm-hmm.
And says, "My regimen might tear you from this mortal coil, my friend."
That's intense.
Hmm.
As the night is coming to a close and your meal finishes up, wraps up with kind of a ball of chocolate and a mint at the end of it.
Mm. I'm in your D's.
The waiter from before, who served the main course, and who Leon gave the thieves' cant to, comes back down the stairs with a big fancy bottle of wine. And as he sets it on the table, Leon gets up, walks to the other side of the room, and has a private conversation with him.
How far away is he?
He's like here.
Could I try? To
Is
listen?
oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Could I try?
I was
to
gonna say, is the
listen?
bottle all the way on the other side of the table?
It's getting passed around.
Okay. Is it already? Did they open it here?
They did, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask if I could tell if it was sealed when they brought
Well,
it
yeah,
in.
it was sealed.
Okay. Yeah, they took the wrapper off. I understand. Okay, sounds good.
Elrond, you wanted to see if you could eavesdrop.
Yeah. Just, like, not noticeably, but you know, it's just like try to listen to what he's saying.
Let me grab this. make an investigation check.
You should let him roll that perception roll one more time too.
You know what? Fuck it. Make one more perception check as well.
Okay, so here's the investigation. I mean, when I hit a 14.
That's a 14.
Not bad.
Perception.
Make that perception check.
Whoa!
Woo!
Finally.
After 5 rolls, it
Alright, tell me right now, was the
finally-
DC 12?
Yes, it was. It finally dawns on you. The gait of his walk, the way that he strides over there. He looks really different. His eyes are darker. And not just like the circles under his eyes, the pupils and his irises seem a deeper shade. Almost inhumane. He seems to be growing older at a rapid pace. His hair seems to be thinning. Wrinkles appear to be sprouting from his every precipice. Aging spots. Small things that all add up. And you're kicking yourself, realizing you didn't fucking realize it sooner.
Mm.
Dude, I have a
Hey, the
plus
good
one,
thing
man.
is now you got a nat 20 on the last one, so you get everything.
To be fair, I haven't seen this man in like half a year.
This is
Half a
true.
year, 6 months. Do this to a man in 6 months? What did he do? What 30 years without a foot job does to him?
I don't.
I'm
I don't know,
putting that
man.
in the-
I don't know,
I'm
man.
putting that
Probably
in there.
making a pact with somebody who's clearly not human. Something like that, you know. Okay. And then, do I hear anything from the eavesdropping? Or...
You do. I'm trying to find a GIF. I'm sorry.
He's
I
trying
have
to
it
find.
favorited. I'll
gifs.
post it right there. It is.
Uh-huh. Where is it? Okay. Yes. In eavesdropping, you do hear bits and pieces of their conversation. You do hear that the waiter is concerned about something regarding the Sentinel. Leon is adamant that progress must be made and be made quickly. He says something about schematics and reverse engineering. And that this must be done tonight. After this, he pats the waiter on the back, gives him a nice, like, you know, those like uncle shakes, and strides back across the room without a care in the world and sits back at the head of the table. As the waiter, a little paler, walks back up the stairs. Well, gentlemen, it has been a delightful evening. But sin never sleeps, and neither do I, as progress must be made somehow.
I suppose you're right. I will say this is one of the finest meals I've had in a long time, Mr. Albera.
Well, we do aim to impress.
Trust me, I'm impressed.
Consider it a down payment on your fine work you'll be providing here.
Oh, of course. I'm copying his voice now. I did not copy his voice. Of course. There we go.
I would ask that before you retire to your bedrooms for tonight, you join me in the library for a stint. When you have adequate time.
Oh. More surprises. I love it.
We would be delighted.
And with that, as the conversation seems to die down, people start getting up.
Okay.
First Amanda, and then Nigel, and then Kevin. I want you to both make one more perception check.
All right. I was going.
14.
Okay. I was gonna ask if we could do this again, anyways. I'm a bird. I'm a burn. Tides of Chaos. To roll with advantage.
Okay, okay.
I love being able to just, do that once per long rest. It's great.
Uh-huh.
Perception?
Go for it.
Perception?
Yep.
I did better.
Well, it did in fact pay off. As he gets up, you hear someone you don't remember who. Well, you don't realize who. It comes from one of the bigwigs. It could have been Leon. It could have even been Amanda. It could have been Nigel.
Oh damn, we can't even tell that it's not the woman or is the woman.
Yeah, you can't.
No. Damn.
Someone, as Kevin stands up, refers to him as Mr. Fantastic. And suddenly, you realize he is a TV celebrity,
Oh.
famous for making horrible investments as an entrepreneur.
Very predatory deals.
Very predatory deals. And
He
really
always wants
likes-
royalties.
Fuck you. He always and really likes royalties. And
I've watched
commission.
every Adriac watches Shark Tank video. I'm sorry, I keep stealing your thunder.
You do. It's really off-putting.
Sorry, I know my Shark
Dragons.
Tank lore
You do.
No,
and
we
my
just
cooking.
we have access to your notes, Pi.
Shut up.
As I write them. What did I just
Mhm.
write?
You wrote, this bitch ass player, what the fuck? How did he know?
You wrote gaming.
No. Neither one of those.
Oh, damn.
A roll of perception.
Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
Hey,
he
this guy's
was
on
fucking
TV.
lying. I don't know why that surprises. That doesn't surprise me, actually.
As it seems, you're now alone with nobody in the room but Amar Ellis.
No, Amar's still there?
He is.
Is he like...
As he
Okay.
licks his fingers from the chocolate bonbon and pops the mint into his mouth, flicks it even.
This probably is the first one of Mr. Albert's dinners you've been to, isn't it, Mr. Amar?
Why, you would be correct. As he looks you up and down, he gives you this devilish grin.
I'm smiling back. not as
Smile
not as toothy, but still.
Seems to stretch from ear to ear, almost unnaturally. As his eyes are still shaded from that big brimmed hat. Given the chance, I would maybe suggest that you read your biographies, he says with a flourish. And as quickly as he appeared, he kind of fades up the stairs.
Your biographies?
I know what he means.
I don't know what he means.
He means.
Dude, you
Anyways.
know what he means?
I think I do know. I think I do know exactly what he means by that.
I would be very surprised because this is a concept I came with literally today.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, okay. Maybe it's not as
Hey,
obvious as I think, but
stop
still.
breaking the fourth wall, man.
Anyways, I mean, I would just kind of walk him, see him walk out. I would look back at, I would be like, weird guy.
Wouldn't be the first weird person we've seen. I'm going to cast message because I am unsure of what rooms in this house are bugged and which ones are not. Knowing my father, he'd probably bug the shit out of this house. Like every square inch is just covered. And I'm gonna say there's something going down in that library tonight. Something he said something about bring the subject to the library tonight. We'll deploy the sentinel shortly. I have no idea what that means, but it doesn't sound good.
Speaking of Atrioc,
Can I I don't get a message back at all, but I get a like
I think you actually do get to reply to this message. Hold up, message.
double check. Double check.
Message?
Let's see message. You can cast this spell through solid objects. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you'd give me all that, and I would just kind of. Yeah, we better be prepared if we're going there. And I mean, if there's nothing else here in this room, I'll probably go back to our room at least for the time for a moment.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably like make a sort of a like not a show, but say out loud, what's your name, man? Coulter.
Jaeger Coulter.
Say, well then, Jaeger, shall we retire to our rooms?
For now, I am interested in what he has in store for us in the library, but for now I could rest this meal off for at least a little while.
As you return to your rooms, you are escorted by the butler at the top of the stairs, back toward the guest room.
Probably only be there for maybe a short rest time.
You want to go and take a short rest.
You when I get my oh, perfect. That's all. No, delightful.
I got nothing back. Woo!
Yippee!
My Tides of Chaos only refreshes on a long rest. Woo.
You wasted your Tides of Chaos to have a Kevin O'Leary joke.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I thought that was somebody else, and I was.
Yeah, I know you thought it was somebody else.
You thought it was
It's
gonna
not
be
him.
important to the lore.
I thought it was gonna be Lord. Your
You
ass
thought
is-
he was gonna be cloning the bald Iceman.
Okay, well,
Is that what you were thinking? Is
that was my second thought. It wasn't my
Yeah.
first thought. I feel like Pi knows what my first thought was.
I do know what your first thought is. It's not him.
You refused to give me a description, so
That's by design.
I was waiting that whole time to see if you were gonna get intimidated or frightened by your dad at all, because I had a heroism on fucking primed and ready.
I mean, he's dealt with his father for
Yeah.
for as long as he's been alive. So although like a little bit of the nerves because you're infiltrating.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
But either way, I had it primed and ready. There we go.
So
He's
the
back.
thing about long cables is that they get caught on rolling chairs.
All right, so
Mhm.
we're back in the room. Yeah.
You are back in the room. After
And
about half an hour.
If I remember correctly, there was one bug in the room, correct?
There
Yeah.
was.
In the
yes.
nightstand.
Yep.
So presumably, and there was a balcony, right? Yeah. Or a terrace, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would that be probably like there's a door, a glass door, probably, so we could go
Yeah.
if we went out there. Probably wouldn't be picked up by that bug
Yep.
because it wasn't Nat 20 searching the room. I
Yes,
remember
it
that
was.
for sure.
Yes.
So
Yes, it
all right.
was.
So yeah, I guess if we're out there, I would like to talk a moment.
Okay.
But all right, yeah, I would probably just kind of like rest out on the balcony for a second. Just kind of look like taking in the meal and everything, and then I would just say to Alran and just be like, "Oh man, let me think about it for just a second." Just
Yeah.
like,
Elrond has his back against the
Okay.
balcony, kind of leaning, a little bit.
the Sentinel. That does not sound like good news.
My best guess in experimentation was demons. He does not look good, man. And that he didn't look like that when I left.
You mean he's not just old?
No, he's old, but he's not that old. Looks sickly, almost inhuman. My guess, something to do with that Amar guy. He didn't seem human either. Or well, of the non-demonic races.
Yeah. I think we got one ally here in that Kenku. I think at least somewhat our interests align. At least his interests don't align with your father's too much.
But to be into his somewhat inner circle means that Leon trusts him enough, and that in and of itself worries me.
I'm not gonna trust him with our secrets, but if it comes down to it, probably the closest thing we've got to an ally besides your friend, who we came here with.
Mhm.
Was that all she was? Was she just to bring us here? Do you know if she is doing anything else? What's her role in all this?
I don't think we can count on any more help from the inside. She was already out on a limb by even bringing us in here and to risk Leon's. He sort of like sighs. To risk angering Leon is not something she wants to do right now. And to get buddy with people that just got brought in is not something. So no, I don't think we can count on her too much.
All right.
I don't even know where she went. She'd probably be in her room though.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else that we need, I suppose we should head to the library.
Be on your guard.
I would definitely step out of the formal wear into much just out of the tux, you know. Yeah.
Put the other sunglasses back on.
No, I don't, because that's part of my disguise.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No sports shades, only aviators. I don't know if you want me to do any retconning here, but I definitely would not have gone into this scenario without more of a disguise. My disguise kit does include a hair dye, so maybe a darker hair color now too.
No, I'll allow it.
I just want to say that, you know.
I mean, yeah, look at my beautiful beat blonde hair.
Yeah, there is no way he has that that white ass hair here. You could discover
Just for my sake, I'm gonna say that I disguised myself a little bit better than changing sunglasses, even though it was funny in the moment. But
all right.
other than that, I think we could head to the library.
Okay.
As
As you exit the door,
yeah, while
Oh.
we're heading out and we're walking to the library, I would like to make note of any or try to look out for any guards, any patrol, see if the situation has changed.
that is actually what I was going to say.
Oh, okay, cool.
is, As you walk out the door, you notice a complete and utter lack of security. The room looks abandoned, except for one man, the waiter from before, climbing the stairs and entering the library ahead of you.
Okay.
As he closes the door with a soft click.
I mean, if we
If you're
could, I guess I would walk up to it and maybe listen through for just a moment.
Cassio, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
oh fuck.
+1, baby.
19.
My saving throws are nice.
There's a nice
somebody
plus
like
one.
yeah, this was like the test to see if somebody opens the door and fucking bashes my head.
No, but you do feel a little woozy. Like someone just tried to take control of your senses as you put your hand close to the door of the library. It felt targeted.
I mean, do I get any sense of where it came from? If I do, I would assume inside.
It came from
Yeah.
the library.
Okay. I would kind of just give it like a signal, hand signal to Elrin, trying to be like, just be on your guard, be careful.
Okay.
Would I still like get any idea to listen in maybe on what's going on in there, if anything, right now?
As you put your ear to the door, you hear nothing but silence.
And by control my senses, do you mean just like understand them, or in a form of actual control?
A form of actual control. Specifically, you felt something dictating your divine sense.
So okay, I got a bunch of feedback in the. Okay, I got you.
Not you didn't get feedback, but you felt like someone was trying
But it
to
was involved, yeah.
send you feedback or
Oh.
like take control of that feedback.
Okay.
Trying to overload your senses, kind of.
Kind of.
Okay.
All right, I would just kind of hear nothing through the door, look back at Elrin, mouth at him, just ready, and if he gives me a nod,
Yeah, I give just a short, curt nod.
all right, I will push open the door and just say, "All right, Mr. Albero, we're ready for your next surprise. This place is great."
As you open the door, the only person in there is Leon, leaning against a bookcase. Seems to be reading a book.
What are you reading?
Large, grandiose library.
No sign of the butler that just entered.
Nope,
No.
just him. He looks and says, gentlemen. Nothing, he responds to you, Cassio, as he gestures toward his book. He's just something of an old favorite from my past. As he closes the book and places it back on the bookshelf. Now, gentlemen, I'd like to get down to brass tacks for your excellent invention here.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You see, I'd like to get a prototype of this running just as fast as we can.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And given our
Oh, sorry.
limited timetable, I would love to expedite the process as much as possible.
Well, the only reason we didn't come with one right now is because it's just like it's not safe for use outside of those wide open spaces down in Narek, but I'm sure that we could at least
Right,
get
of
something
course, of course.
into your hands. When were you thinking?
Oh, as soon as you can get them to me.
Of course.
As for right now, I would love to contract you officially in an official capacity for your petition you for your official schematics with exact readings, as
Well,
well as any test data and other. I'm sure you're aware of all of the hoopla that goes through any of these.
yeah, a lot of paperwork. I understand.
Of course, of course.
I mean,
That
like
being
as
said,
yeah.
with that contractual obligation, I have prepared any sort of necessary document, and I've if you will give them a look and nothing more than a formality, give them a sign.
Oh.
I'm eagerly waiting. As he gestures behind him toward the big table with 2 contracts.
No. Uh,
I would definitely read it over.
yeah, I would like to give it a thorough look through, dealing with this kind of stuff. Like, pretty, would you say fairly often?
Uh, and just because it came up again, if I hold the contract in my hands, I would like to use a divine sense.
The contract itself has no feedback
Okay.
from the divine sense. But as you cast your divine sense, there is kind of this ray of heavenly light
Mm-hmm.
shining from a specific bookcase
Mm-hmm.
off to the side that
Uh-huh.
looks kinda out of place.
Okay.
Looks a little newer than the others.
I will definitely note that.
Well, gentlemen, I will give you your privacy.
Oh,
Keep noted that the curfew is coming up here fairly shortly. So if you would expedite your contractual reading as quickly as possible, we don't like steps out around here too late into the night. It can disturb some of our staff.
of course, sir.
Understood.
Just gotta make sure that we know what we're getting into, because as far as I'm not the final authority of G-Shock, I'm just sort of the man with the experience, if you know what I mean. I might have to make a
Oh,
call
of
back to make
course.
sure I can make sure they won't get mad at me for signing us up for anything.
Of course, of course. I just do ask that you are as hasty as you can be.
Understandable.
Well then, gentlemen, and he flashes you a smile. I bid you a good evening.
You
He
too,
walks
sir.
toward the library door. And you hear a click.
Alright, at the fucking moment that happens, I put the contract back on the table and walk to the bookshelf.
I would like to look at the I'd like to look around the libraries, like note any like windows or any points that might be able to gain entrance, because I don't think we should really do this right now. Especially when our last known location was in the library.
All of the windows in the library are kind of adjacent to the second landing of it.
Oh,
One is, well, let's see if I can. So
Expand the canvas. Wow.
it's a little brighter of a purple than I had before, but sorry.
D&D JJKB like expand canvas.
Expand the canvas. These are stairs heading up to the second landing, where you would find a second row of shelves. These windows would be at the top of each staircase, as well as one over here. It's more of a skylight.
Okay.
Across from the second landing. Apart from that, it's just one big wall of books.
Okay. All right.
I mean, okay, yeah. And then my book,
Ah, yes.
the bookshelf.
Cassio, as you walk over toward this bookshelf, you see it's a little more barren.
Mhm.
And by a little, I mean there's like only 5 books on the entire bookshelf.
Did I get a sense from a specific book, or is it just the shelf?
It's the shelf.
Okay. What are the titles of the books on the spines?
The books are titled as follows: The Crown of Fire and Ice,
Mm-hmm.
The Child of Chaos,
Mm-hmm.
The Guardian of Light,
Mm-hmm.
The Cosmos Eater,
Mm-hmm.
and The Champion of the Void.
Damn.
Title names. Holy shit. Hollow Knight, Champion of the Void.
Okay.
Is
I mean,
that a name of one of the expansions?
No,
no, but he is a child of
he
the
is
void.
he is the champion of the void.
All right, how many was that? 5 books? Yeah.
That is 5 books, yes.
I'm gonna roll a d10, and I'm gonna pick a random one based off what the d10 is.
You could
'Cause
roll
I-
a D5.
Maybe
How
we have
do I do the
technology.
custom die? How do I do the custom dice in the thing? I don't remember.
maybe we should like look to see that it's not
Slash
be
R.
trapped first. Do I see him walk over?
Yes.
You do, yeah. You do.
Okay, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna lean into his ear. I'm like, what's going on over here?
No, something about these books. I'm getting feedback.
Could
I
I
want to look into it.
could I investigate to see if there's like any like maybe one of the books has been moved more often?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Make an investigation check.
God, we're making so many investigation checks.
These are books.
These are
on a
books.
shelf.
They sure are books.
These are
Yeah.
Okay.
books.
I rolled a 5, so I pick up the last book on the shelf.
The Champion of the Void.
Mhm.
Are you gonna
I
open
mean,
it?
as far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, he didn't tell us not to look at his books. So I mean,
Uh,
we're still this is still within our means. Yes, I would like to look at the book and inspect it, and maybe even look into it. Maybe.
As you open the book, you see a rough sketch. Nothing that's finalized. But it's of a tiefling man with deep piercing eyes, covered in chains, and a large broadsword at his side. Beside the
No caption.
broadsword
Oh, okay. Sorry.
is a caption.
Ah.
Yo,
What was the title of this book again? If you will?
Champion of the Void.
The Champion, of the Void.
Thank you very much.
The caption beside the sword is titled Madon.
No other info on that page.
What else is like in the book if I like would flip through it just a little bit. Anything to
If
catch
you
my
flip
attention.
through it, it gives a brief synopsis of a man who lost himself in the voids of time due to his grief.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna assume that obviously we're on a loose-ish time limit here, so I probably don't have time to look at all of them. Could
You know-
you? All right. One more time, just so I can get them all written down. Can you give me the titles again?
hmm The titles are The Crown of Ice and Fire, The
Hold
Child
on.
of
Of
Chaos,
Ice and Fire, Child of Chaos.
The Guardian of Light,
Mm-hmm.
The Cosmos Eater, and The Champion of the Void.
Okay. Um.
I want to look at a book.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like he can probably look at one, and I could probably look at one more, and then that would probably be enough time spent on the books.
I want to specifically look at The Crown of Ice and
I
Fire.
thought that I knew exactly. I knew that's the one you were gonna go
What?
for.
Elrin, as you open The Crown of Ice and Fire, you would see a sketch of a high elf with white hair and two daggers at his side. One exuding a frosty aura, a short one with serrated edge. Another at his other side with a long, swept back look, exuding a dark fire.
Does he have a crown?
He does not have a crown.
Oh, this book's a lying ass book.
I'm assuming I'm staring at a portrait of me.
You are.
I am. Okay. I want to flip through the book, see anything like read specifically anything involving that the fire one, the fire blade. Actually, both blades, if you would. if there is any
Decide.
mention.
Like the previous book, there is a caption beside the weapons. The caption reading Freya.
Oh. Freya. Just one name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sort of mumble it to myself. I turn to Cassio and I go, "The fuck?"
As you flip through your book,
As the last one more thing before I commit to looking at another book, I want to. Are the sections of the library labeled at all? Is it organized?
make an investigation check.
Okay.
They do seem to be loosely organized.
Okay. I want to. Damn, I'm trying to think if I have time to look at another book. Did he give us a sense? Do we get a sense of how long until quote unquote curfew is? Maybe, do we know what time we're supposed to be back? He probably would have told us that, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about 10 minutes.
Okay, we got about 10 minutes.
I'm gonna turn to you and I'm gonna go, Cassio, you have a tome, right?
I do. Do those have cameras?
Do those have cameras?
They do.
Okay, I'll
Maybe we
take,
should,
yeah.
maybe we should take photos of these.
Snap pictures of like the main things of these two books. Definitely do that so we can save them for later.
God, I love smartphones.
I think our main thing I want to do, I'm not signing the contract. I already have an out for why I'm not going to sign it. So it's like, I'm not touching it. I would read it. I would have read it. What is this? What's it say?
trying to think of what check you would. If you read through it hastily.
I would maybe like read the like title and bullet points
thesis,
on it. Yeah, and then I would like ignore kind of like the medium text on it, and then definitely look for any fine print. Ignore
Make-
all like
make
the
a-
obvious legalese. Ignore the obvious legalese on it. You know?
Make an investigation check.
I'll
Make
do
2
that.
investigation checks.
Okay. 17. Finally.
God, after tonight, man. Fuck.
Were those
Alright.
both of them?
I'm just guessing.
That was
The
mine.
the 7 and the 17.
Do you? I make 2. I make 2,
Yes,
or
you
does
make
he
2.
make
Yes,
2?
yes, yes,
Oh,
you
I
make
make 2. I thought we were both making 1. Okay. Oh, not
Okay.
2. Okay.
All right. So the contract does mention Hayes as an entity.
Mm-hmm.
It mentions that all goods in forms of contracted work are hereby property of Albera Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Compensation is allowed on a per diem case, basically a case-by-case basis.
Uh-huh.
Your employment is limited and subject to termination at any time for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Also in the fine print is kind of weaved in a death, dismemberment, and trust fund waiver that in the unlikely case of your death and dismemberment, all of your assets are to be placed in a trust fund that, instead of going into rebate, is dedicated to the Albera Corporation for use in any way they deem fit.
Nice. I suppose I could sign it as fucking Jaeger Coulter if I wanted to.
Yeah,
but
this doesn't have any legal binding
It's
for
like,
us
I-
unless
yeah.
it's magical.
That would be very funny.
I could just sign it, but I'm not going to because I do have an explanation on why I'm not going to. All right. With the last of our time, I want to kind of nudge Ellerin and whisper, like, okay, you lived here. You probably know how it's organized better than I do. Where are the biographies?
Where are the biographies by?
Right in front of you. But also,
Oh, these are the biographies. Lovely.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay, now, yeah, okay. I was half right, and now I have to think about it just a tiny bit longer.
I'm
Okay.
going.
Well, okay. As you would say, these are the biographies. I would look at them again, and it would be like the Cloudy of a Chance of Meatball scene where the dad's unibrow goes above his eyes. I would lift my eyes and kind of look at him really wide for a second. And as I realized what each one means, it's like, oh,
I swear to
Sorry.
God, these
are us. These are us.
These are us. So,
So I feel like we could learn. We probably have enough time to learn about one more character, and that's it. So, all right, which one do you? I'm just gonna let. Which one do you want to hear?
all right, it's a 50-50
Yes.
shot.
I'm
because
Guardian.
I
pretty
guarantee- yeah,
confident.
you're
I'm
Guardian
Guardian
of
of Light. I'm Guardian of Light.
Now, whether
and I
Cosmos
think I know
Eater,
who Cosmos Eater is, but I do it. But I feel like I should know what it means. You know.
so let's see, we got the Crown of Fire and Ice, which is Elrin, Guardian of Light, which is Cass.
Why isn't it Guardian of Time? Just.
the Hero of Time?
Mhm.
Child of the Void, Rondo. I'm a guess that Child of Chaos is probably
Veora.
it probably could be Vari. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm kind of curious about Cosmos Eater. That's
I
the
think
one.
that's the one that we need to know the most about. I
Yeah.
feel like that's the one that proves the most danger.
Yeah.
So
Let's-
definitely
let's-
look at that one.
And then snap a quick picture of the
Mhm.
page of the Child of Chaos.
I would definitely like snap a picture of all the spines, so just to have that too. But either way, take a peek at Cosmos Eater.
Okay. Cosmos Eater. Okay. Inside the Cosmos Eater book is that damn sketch again. This time of a dragonborn with
Yeah.
a mechanical arm. In one hand, he wields a very long gun. In the other, some sort of box with what look to be seeds popping out of them.
Mm-hmm.
On his head, a very, very large witch's hat.
Oh shit! He got his hat.
He got the fucking witch hat live updated books.
Next to the hat is a caption which reads Yanaku.
Might you spell that for me?
Yanaku.
I figured. Just thought I'd double check.
First try.
No way, the hat's the fucking soul weapon.
No, he just has the hat.
If you were to
Anything
flip
else from
through,
flipping? Yes, yeah.
you would hear about a man who would ravage a land and reduce it to atoms. By condensing it so tight that it imploded, wiping out an entire civilization.
All right. Well, that's not concerning.
I swear to God, these weren't here the last time. What the fuck is this?
I'll look at my nondescript brand watch, and be like, we're out of time. Probably go turn in for the night.
As you place the book back, Cosmos Eater, in its rightful place,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a click.
Oh fuck!
Shit.
We're not
From
going. We're
the
not going to
bookcase,
bed.
As a slat opens in the bookcase,
Mm-hmm.
and from the other side, all you hear is a roar and a scream. And that is where we shall end
Okay.
our session.
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck?
That was delightful. That was very good.
This is why I'm more invested in the A plot than the B plot, and it's not a secret.
Dude, I think that might be why they're not as engaged.
Write the fuck out of the B plot for tomorrow. I guess if
Oh,
they're doing
please.
tomorrow. Make that's the comedy plot. That's the comedy plot.
So
We're the serious.
What the hell to do with this plot?
We're serious. Give them like a funny task. Give them funny tasks.
who made the who blew the shit up pie?
I don't know.
You still don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, I fucking love lore. And now I don't even have to ask the weapons for her name.